Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy. Big Fun Thinking Right out here in the lab. But I do what I do for you in the wee hours in the morning. I like it like this. Your boy about to go on a rant. Okay, disclosure. I'm not too pleased with the leadership that's been going on. So that's what we're gonna talk about. Let's get this party started. Just want to let you know, I'm giving you believers a break. I'm giving you Bible thumpers a break. Today, I'm coming at you straight out egoistic again, fakers, okay, pretenders, perpetrators, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I'm coming after you today. Let's go. You're the object of my affection. Right, in 25 was led by storytelling. Start with a message. Message the story for life. I got life lessons, and this is another one. It's just get load it up. I got to get you. Let's go. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, doggone it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing something about yourself that you didn't previously know before you came and checked out my show. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline will help, daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My goal, and that's my mission, is to have all my right thinkers do just that. I see y'all tuning in. I got some new subscribers. I got some new followers. I appreciate you too. I ain't missing nothing. I ain't that big. I don't know. I answer everybody respectfully. Let's go. Know thyself is the question. Right thinkers you should have an answer to for yourself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I'm the master teacher. I appreciate you. I got you. Stay tuned. I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believes that they know, do you know how I feel about them? They dangerous. Avoid them. But if you can't, blow their doors off. Yeah, I mean that in the so this way, metaphorically. Okay, just put him in check. That's all. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, that going on too. They just asleep. But I'm the spiritual alarm clock. My job is to wake them up to themselves with what? Knowledge of self, so that they know who they are. Wake up. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. To Maya, be true. That's my girl. And lesson about Maya. You couldn't pass judgment. You couldn't be in the judicial system if you didn't go to the pass the course of Maya of ethical conduct. That's what I'm gonna take you to next. That's a good lesson there. I might take that one by. Let's go. Right thinkers. Let's talk about spiritual leadership versus egoistic biblical or believer leadership, or whatever you want to call it, religious leadership. How about that? Okay. But I titled it spiritual leadership versus egoistic leadership, which is pretty much those guys. So I lump them all in the same group. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I see religious, again, those guys, aka egoistic leadership and control, and they're not doing a good job. Republican, I don't care about the party you claim to be. What are you doing to the people or for the people is what I'm trying to see, and I'm not impressed. Calm down. See, this is a rant, so I gotta try to keep it in control because I wonder what there's a message in it. This is a story, but I'm trying to put it together where it ain't coming out crazy. But yeah, I'm not too happy. Why do we keep voting these religious, egoistic leaders in charge of us and expect something different than what we've been getting? I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I gotta tell myself, don't go there. Okay. I keep asking, or I keep telling you religious people, you're not spiritual people, but they want you to think they are. They hide religion and spirituality. So, oh, I'm religious, I believe in God. That don't make you spiritual. Politicians, yeah, y'all are religious. I granted don't care about none of that, but you are religious. You're not spiritual. And politicians are religious people who live egoistic way of life. Why? Because they really want you to vote for me. I do this, I do that. The whole time they just self-gratifying and getting for them as much as they could. That's selfish. It's not good leadership. And you wonder why nothing getting done. Why? They getting paid, they getting the paycheck, but we ain't getting no results for putting them in a position that they claim they're gonna do something. Man, don't get me in that arena. So I gotta reel it in. Sorry about that. Let's talk. Spiritual people. Let's talk something good. I can go on about this nonsense. It's annoying. But when you have spiritual people who are good people, that's what spiritual people are. You got egoistic people who profess to be religious or want you to think they were spiritual who are just not good people. They're just religious and they hide behind God and they perpetrate, and that annoys me to no end. We need more spiritual leadership, not more religious leadership. Yeah, I'm gotta calm it down. I am so tired of these God perpetrators serving themselves in the name of the Lord, and they just, oh Lord. But being spiritual as I am, I know that karma has a work cut out for, and those people, I know it ain't gonna be, but I would love to be a fly on the wall when you get your just desserts. That's what I'm saying. Now, I won't take that job of spiritual movement leader. Why? Plato, Socrates, Jesus, uh, Martin, Malcolm, okay? And anybody else who decided they want to do the right thing by the people, JFK, I can name a few. So that question, I put that there so I can have my little time with that one to answer. I want to live a long life, so I would rather be seen and recognized and respected as a teacher. And if one of my students could take the movement, by all means, I got your back. But I'm not gonna be the drum major. No. Again, no. I'm not. Once you my no. I don't do politics. So that first of all, I'm an honest man. If an honest man telling the truth can't get rich, he sure can't run the country. Picture that. Yeah, but yeah, unbelievable. The guy about to be indicted for all kind of nonsense. He running for president. I tell the truth, I can suspend it. With the balance there. Come on, man. I said I wasn't gonna do that, but I had to get that one in. I can't take that. I really can't. Everybody said nothing. It's a dude. You're a criminal. With religious leadership, they will do what they are told by man, not God. They sell themselves, and then when they get into predicament, they go asking for God for help. If you would took his advice the first time, you wouldn't be in this predicament. Spiritual leadership. Watch this. A spiritual leader will always what? Do what's right. For what? For his people, never himself. That's what a spiritual, first of all, you answer to a higher power, so you keep yourself in spiritual discipline, but you also always going to do right by your people. If you choose anything over your people, you are a piece of crap. Yeah, I'm being nice. No comparison. So moving on. Watch this. Now you guys, watch this. You got biblical believers, leaders, biblical leaders, biblical believer leaders, who are some of our biggest evildoers. But we claim, but they claim to be God fearing. I'm cringing right now because it's so much that I can go with that, but being a little better at this now, I'm gonna take the high road. I find out that to be the best road for me lately. Another lesson there too, but yeah, again, life lessons. You learn things in life that as you go along, yeah, well, don't do that. Why? Consequences. I refrained from doing something. Why? Because I knew I had to suffer the consequences of my actions. If I chose to do that, thought about it, wanted to, then reality, not reality, but yeah, reality. But then the other kicks in. You know, you're responsible for that, right? You know you got to answer for that, right? Back in my heyday, I wouldn't have gave a good hoot, man. I'm doing it. I'm going to do this. That was him. This is me. We do things a little different now. The plaque says so. All right, let me go on. I see a lot of religious leadership. It leads us the wrong way. Simple as that. If you tell me we going that way, and I know that's the wrong way, I'm gonna have a problem. Why? Because I'm not gonna follow you. Mutiny, whatever. Yeah, my man, I'm not going. So I'm wired a little different. So taking orders that I know is wrong, you're gonna court martial me. I see the preachers of the well-dressed lie, which is religion, all of them, not just one, all of them. And I see the preachers of that thing knowing they are liars, but they are making a living out of it. So they not going to tell the truth again. Really, you mean tell me if I lie, I can get rich? I can be the man for lying? That's not good. For me personally, I don't see nothing beneficial there. Watch this. But now, if you're getting rich by preaching that well-dressed lie to your people, and you can live with yourself, I choose to teach Mayat. I may not get rich with Mayat, but I pass judgment day. Can you say that with what you're doing? I'm just saying. So believe me, I know the difference between religion and spirituality. I make that a point, and I'm gonna continue to drive that point home. Don't worry about it. It's not going to stop. Being spiritual, here we go, and egoistic don't go together. You can't serve two masters. Spiritual is God. Ego is yourself. I keep making that clear to you. And for all you ignorant people of your ego self, that's the personality that shines. That's you. When you let it run you, that's happening. And if you get rich and famous because of that, you still got issues to deal with at your judgment day. My yacht philosophy lays that out for you. It gives you a code of conduct so that when that happens, you will be prepared. You'll be ready. I know I am. Those who live according to the tenets that they find in their religion are comfortable also knowing that when it's time for them to pay, they ready, willing, and able. Why? They put the work in. It don't make a difference what you profess. The deeds and the irony will make the difference. Okay. I'm not religious. I keep telling you that. So telling me or trying to convince me of that book that you believe don't mean the hell of beans to me. So don't waste my time with that, please. And think you're gonna change my opinion or my no, nothing will do that you can bring out of that book. Respectfully, understand that. And if you feel that way about right thing philosophy, be my guest. But from the Bible that you believe in and follow, I have no use of that, for that, with that. Understand that. I'm moving on. I see a lot of bad religious leadership, but we need really more spiritual leadership. But the spiritual guy never can get in because he's trying to do the right thing, and the other guy presenting himself as doing the right thing, and they follow that well-dressed lie because he looked better, he might talk better, and they go with that every time. That's how he gets you. That's why it's called the well-dressed lie. I'm coming to your neck. A lot of people, they can't deal with me. I don't care. Take me. This is how I am. Take it or leave it. Bad tooth and all. But my point is, if you watch and see how it look, it can look good. Married one of them, didn't work. You can get to know it. 27 years knowing them, married them, that didn't work either. Where I'm going with this. Unless it's the real deal, it won't pass the test as you go through the phases. If you can't get that mystical experience, if it ain't just hitting home, it ain't working for you, then swing and a miss. Okay, understand that. But my point again, spiritual people, we deal with our higher self respectfully. Religious people, you deal with your ego self, and a lot of times don't know that, but that's called being spiritually ignorant. That's who you are. That's what you are. Let me move on. Speaking about ignorant, ego has this. What you watch this? Because of your ignorance of spiritual knowledge, your ego has disguised itself as who? God. Y'all believers believe you're serving God when you're following that book. Here's where I got a problem with y'all. This is where I got to put a cord on the bus where I ride y'all with. I ride with you, and this is what I'm trying to show you when I get off. This is what I'm getting off at. Okay? I know my ego. I have my ego under control. You religious people can't say that because you're ignorant to that fact, so you don't control it, you don't run it, you ain't even aware of it half the time. So let me move on. When you're a slave to your ego, when you're religious and read that book, you think you're serving God. Again, I tell you about that. The ego disguises itself as God, and you think you're serving God with spiritual ignorance. You don't even know God. Did you hear that? With spiritual ignorance, you can't serve him because you don't know him, but you believe you do. Egoistic leadership is that hated CEO boss who, because they in control and have power to help you out, you deal with them, but you don't like them. I heard the phrase, I like the talent, I like the technique, but I don't like you. I would hope and think that all my students at least like me. You cannot like my philosophical principles. I can have no problem with that. But me, I got a problem if you don't like me. If you think because you're the CEO and boss, supervisor, head nigga in charge, you're above reproach, you're religious. End of discussion. Moving on. Oh, I'm running over time. Cool. Let me get this done. Let me wrap it up now. Okay, now I gotta get a little quicker. The ego will not allow itself to be what? Checked by anyone. Ego, that's God in you. I'm above everything. Spiritual people don't have that concept. I don't. That's ego. I know that. That's the reason why I don't. Did always. It don't serve a purpose if you're spiritual. Watch this. And you have to check the ego to become spiritually enlightened. So the two can't occupy the same space. But Haru and Seth occupy the same body. You got one head here, one head here. Your choice. Again, let me break it down for you. When you treat people in a way that you wouldn't like to be treated, you are not a good person, and most likely you're religious and you a Bible thumper, but you would do to others what you don't want done to you. That makes you a bad person, even in what you profess to follow and believe. Yeah, the old me, punch first, think second. My mom told me I can't keep doing that. So it's good that I think first, and I haven't punched nobody in a while. But sometimes I really want to because it makes you feel a little bit better. But inflicting pain on somebody else, if you find joy in that, then you're in a good dude. And that ain't my thing. But I let karma get what they deserve. I don't need to do her job. I do my job. I teach. Let me move on. Let me get past this. I got a little personal there. All right, here you go. Spiritual leadership is right thinking philosophy's goal to make more of them. We need more people in position of power with spiritual understanding and spiritual enlightenment so they can do the right thing and we can prosper and do better for ourselves collectively. Why? Because we need the power that be to help us out. Without them, we got nothing. And most of them are religious. Moving on. If I'm in control, I'll always do what's right and treat you the same way I want to be treated. I ain't never mistreated nobody, even when I was in the game and I had total control, total anonymity of whatever I wanted to do to whoever I wanted to do it to, and I never mistreated nobody. Spiritual people, and I wasn't spiritual back then. I guess I was because I never had that heart to just do bad things to people. That wasn't me. I played the game. I was a hustler. I sold drugs. I mean, I wasn't into that old nonsense. So that's what we did. We sold drugs, had fun, got our heads bad. And I saw some of my people from back in the day. Man, they look good. So yeah, spiritual people will hold themselves what accountable to do what the right thing when daily. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do every day, what you doing? So simple. I'm a natural born leader. I'm a natural born leader, aka teacher. Why? Because I'm fair with everyone in all my dealings, no matter what they are. The sequel behind it, no, I was still a fair drug dealer. I didn't rob nobody. I didn't misuse nothing. I was always fair. So now that I'm a good dude, I got no problem with that. So my problem with people who aren't like that, but profess or want you to think they are. That's what I got a problem with. I got to get this done. When I was running my illegal business, I was a fair dealing dude, no regrets. Why? I don't owe nobody nothing and nobody owes me nothing. Business was business. I was a businessman. I know that my white thinkers are what? Good spiritual people. Well, how you know that? That's what I teach them. That's what I think of philosophy, if nothing else. Be a better person for yourself and nobody else. That's my lesson. Hope you guys. I'm a little upset. I better stop while I'm behind. I'm out.